Greetings. There are a lot of hidden gems in the Bible to help you to live a full and prosperous life. However, you must understand that the Bible is a book of mind science and that it must be interpreted psychologically. It is not literal, neither is the Bible secular history. So when you understand that the writings in the Bible is all about inner alchemy and it is not pointing you to look outwardly, then you would realize that imagination is what creates reality and that consciousness is the only reality there is. In other words, your awareness of being, your sense of being. So the very life that is within you wants to lead you and guide you in the path of righteousness. And true righteousness is you knowing how to create the perfect life. In other words, you know how to get whatever you desire in this world because you're an overcomer. You are a creator, a conscious creator. You understand the secret of the universe. And so, in many places in the Bible, there's a lot of gems, but people miss it because they think that the Bible is a historical book with historical events. And so, even in 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, there's a conclusion where it says that test yourself, examine yourself, see if you're in the faith or not. Then it says, don't you know your own self? That Jesus Christ is within you. It is teaching you that the power to change or to turn water into wine is within you. The power to heal the sick and raise the dead is within you. The power to take the bread and the fishes and feed the 5,000 is within you. The power to help one to stand on his feet financially whole, as in Acts chapter 3, that power is within you. It is teaching you that the power to have one who's impotent to stand and be whole at the pool of Bethesda, it is within you. And that all these geographical places are states of mind, are states of consciousness that is within you. So, my brother and my sisters, when you realize that the Bible is a book of mind science, then you will understand why Proverbs 22 says that the rich ruleth over the poor, and that the borrower is a slave to the lender. And before it says that, in an earlier verse, it says that if you want to control someone, you have to get them in their childhood state. So you say that you must raise up a child in the way that they should go. It means in whatever way you want them to go, that when they become older, they wouldn't depart. It is teaching you mind control. It is teaching you how to control others. And the Jesuits, they knew it. And they use it. That's why they say, if you give me a child from birth to the age of 7, then they can program that child to be and to do whatever they want them to be or to do. And so, my brother and my sisters, you must understand all of the gems that are hidden in the Bible, like the pearl of great price, what it really means. You must understand when it speaks about the talents, what it really means. You have to understand what it means when it says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. You have to understand these things. You have to understand Deuteronomy 28, why it says that there is a blessing and a curse. It is teaching you that you have a choice. You can choose the blessing and you can choose the curse. And then it tells you that many have been carried all around the world in ships, being slaves. And many people think it's speaking about literal ship. And they use that to glorify physical slavery. No, your body is a ship. And you take your mentality wherever you go. So if you think like a slave in a third world country, you will think like a slave also in a first world country, and you still have the same reality. That's why it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, his subconscious mind, so is he. Also, another great gem is where it says, where your treasure is, there shall your heart be also. Or where your heart is, there shall the treasure be also. Anyhow you put it, it is telling you the same thing. Because you see, when thoughts and emotions or feeling come together, when they marry each other, it will have there will be an impregnation, and it must bring forth a manifestation. So, my brothers and my sisters, understand alchemy and understand that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. And hold yourself responsible for your thoughts and your action. And then you will realize why even the Bible says that you must come and buy. Come and purchase wine and milk. Come and purchase honey without any money. Also, it says that money answers all things. Yet religious people only could quote where it says that the love of money is the root of all evil, having the wrong understanding of what it is saying, because it is saying before you love money, you have to learn to love yourself first, because when you learn to love yourself first and you know the value of yourself and you understand energy, vibration, and frequency, then you will know money is energy, and you would realize that everything was first a thought, everything was first an idea, everything was first imagined. So you would realize that money is the creation, but you are the creator. So it's teaching you that you have to know your power before you understand money power. So my brother and my sisters, I can take you throughout the scripture and show you so many gems from the beginning to the end. That is why it teaches you from the Genesis, the creation story, how you can create your reality consciously, and how you can come into Sabbath, and how you will feel good when you see the manifestation of your inner conversation. That's why it says that you shall decree a thing and it shall come to pass. It also says that you shall call those things that be not as though they were. It is you operating under the power of which you can achieve all things. That's why I say in, I think, Philippians 4:8, that I can do all things, not some things. I can do all things through Christ. Who is Christ? It is a power that is within you, that must rise up within you. Who hath strengthened me? That is what will give you the strength of your true identity to be your divinity, because you will experience the birth that takes place inwardly, because you have already experienced the birth that brings you outwardly. And then you will understand the tongues of cloven fire over the heads. Then you will understand the mighty rushing wind. Then you will understand why you are told that let no man say to you, lo here or lo there, for the kingdom of God is within you. Then you start to look to yourself. Then you start to understand the value of knowing who you are. Having the right self-concept, how powerful it is. Then you will know that there are many who are competing for your mind to make you a clientele to their organization. So there are those who are promising you a good life while you're here, if you give them your power. And there are those who are promising you a good life after you leave here, if you give them your power. But I'm saying to you, my brother, my sisters, you have to behold those gems that are written there. And you see, there's always those people who are not teachable. So there are those who are going to say, oh, the Bible is more than 66 books. That is true. It's more than 66 books. But once you understand the main principle, once you would have had the real experience, and you would have found the philosopher's stone, and you know how to tap into your laboratory, and you know how to put these chemicals together, and you know inner alchemy, and you could create your reality consciously, then you will understand why it is said that those who know don't talk, or they don't speak, and those who speak, they don't know. You see, the greatest mystery can never be known intellectually. It must be by experience. Results don't argue. Results don't lie. So, my brother, my sisters, I'm saying to you that the Bible is filled with gems teaching you how to live a full and uplifting life. A life of positivity and prosperity. But you must never allow anyone to point you to look outwardly. Any true one who wants you to know your true identity, they must point you to look inwardly. And they must teach you that true salvation is self-realization. That's why even our ancestors have always taught, man, know thyself. You see, there are those who would say, well, okay, the Bible came from all the books. I'm not going to argue that either. But I'm saying this book was used to brainwash many. Therefore, we have to interpret this book the right way to free many also. So that is why me being raised and grew up in the Caribbean and grew up in what is known as a Christian nation and so on, I now have to come and use the same sword that was used against me to program me, to reprogram my subconscious mind and to help my brothers and my sisters to unlearn, relearn and reprogram their subconscious mind. I can't use the knowledge of Kemet, which goes back to the same thing. You see, when you have the real philosopher's stone, you realize that all of these different religions and all of these different interpretations and all of these different mythologies, basically it's taking you to one place and everybody want to achieve that one thing. That's the philosopher's stone. I know what I'm talking about. Everybody wants the fire. You see, if you get my latest book, Spiritual Recipe for Better Living, you see where I speak about all those who have all the other elements except the element of fire. But Elijah had the element of fire. And he could have bring the abundance of rain. That's why my brother and my sisters, I always say to you, be careful who you listen to. We live in an information age. Remember, the law of reproduction is that every seed and every species must and will always reproduce after its own kind. So if the thing that I'm saying to you is from true experience, and I would have had a true inner experience, a true inner awakening, if my pineal gland has actually been activated and open, if my third eye has already been open, if I've been given that gift, if the Christ oil has already run up my spine, if all of those things have already taken place, and I'm speaking the truth to you, I'm saying to you, they say that the apple don't fall far from the tree. You must come in to your awareness of being also. You must see things more clearly. You must be helped along the way. All you have to do is apply the knowledge in your life. So my brother, my sisters, don't bother with people who want to make you believe that the Bible is no good. There's a lot of gems that is hidden in the Bible. Okay? And the reason why it's hidden because the esoteric, metaphysical, psychological understanding of the Bible has been hidden from the masses. And those people who are in their little groups, the little cabal, they're not going to tell you, okay, it was me who going through the thick and the thin and going through my dark night of the soul and so on, who had to discover this for myself. Now I'm teaching you to love yourself, to believe in yourself, to embrace in yourself. and to take good care of yourself. Remember, your health comes first. You see, you can't be eating like a pig and expect that you ain't gonna think and act like a pig and even look like a pig. So what you feast upon, it can't be hidden. So my brother, my sister, start to feast on the right thing. Start to partake on the right thing. And you get the right results in your life. And you prove up for yourself what I'm saying. That there's so many gems throughout the Bible. And people are wasting their life. Many of us, especially black people, we grew up with parents from generation to generation who was fed the Bible in the esoteric way. But now we start to understand it in the esoteric way, and many of us start to come back to that place of knowing our mystical self, knowing who we are, knowing the gifts that were given to us. It is time for us to pull ourselves together. It is time for us to stop playing the victim game. It is time for us to start go back on the past and press towards the mark of the high calling in your higher self. Stop missing the mark. Keep your eye on the prize. The prize is coming to know who you are and how powerful you are, why you are here, where you come from, where you are going, because you're a spirit having a human experience. This is not mere words. This is not a man theorizing. You see, we live in a world where people like to theorize. Results. As I said before, don't lie. An experience will always be the greatest teacher. So, I think I would have said more than enough. And I want to come to a close. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you listen to me and what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, if it really resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. Also, if you'd like to do a one-on-one with me, you're most welcome. As long as you would agree with the terms and conditions, we can definitely work together. Also, I'll encourage any and everyone to get my latest book, Spiritual Recipe for Better Living, and find that cloud within your forehead that I would have written a chapter about. Find that light, find that cloud, start to practice, and the abundance of rain will start to fall in your life. Also, if you like to be a part of my Patreon community, you're most welcome. I have a lot of gems there also. However, there's a course that is available for people donating $20 or more. It's called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And along with that is a bonus course on self-concept. That is for you also. And I guarantee you, in this year, I'm going to post some more course right there for that same price to help you. Okay? So if you feel strongly led to be a part of such community, you're most welcome. However, before I leave you, I just want to remind you that if you feel strongly led to support this work, that we have a PayPal and that the link is always down below. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I just want to say peace. Love you all. Out.